Hi everyone, it's Andra. It's your Monday motivation. Listen, I was thinking about what I could talk to you guys about, and I have to admit, I drew a blank. Has that ever happened to you where you're trying to figure out something that you can share to your audience that would be impactful, meaningful? Instead, you end up literally frozen, paralyzed, and you feel like the more that you think that you're blank, the more empty you feel. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. And so I had to figure out, okay, Andra, how are you going to get out of that funk? And so here's what I did. And I don't know if you're someone that experiences this where you're completely blank and your creativity is tapped out. I want to share with you some tips that I use today, this moment, to actually get myself out of the funk. And the first tip that I want to give you is you don't fake the funk. That's right. There's no sense in faking it and trying to be something that you're not when you're not. If you're in a funk, you're in a funk. So just feel the funk, be okay with the funk, and give yourself permission to release yourself from the funk. The second thing that I decided that could help me is quit trying. That's right. Quit fucking trying. Why do we try so hard? Guess what happens when you try? Nothing. Because in the words of Yoda, we know it's true. You either do or do not. There is no in between. And when you try to come up with something brilliant, or you try to come up with something meaningful, or you try to come up with some delicious content, guess what? You ain't coming up with nothing. You're out. You're empty. So the second thing that I did was I thought, okay, Andra, here we go. Let's just stop trying and let's just see what happens. Just stay open and see what comes. Don't force yourself. Don't try to make anything happen that's not ready to happen. And just try to keep yourself clean and clear so that you can see what comes up. The final thing that I did was the minute I stopped trying and something came to me, even if it was something that I thought was seemingly insignificant, I was like, I'm going to roll with it because obviously it needs to be talked about. And just like tonight, where here I am, I'm producing this video for all of you list lovies, I thought, you know what? I can't be the only one that comes up blank. That sometimes feels dry as what type of wine is that? Maybe a red wine or a Chardonnay? I don't know what type of wine it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Dry as a desert. There we go. So I can't be the only one, so maybe you are as well. So when you're in that funk and you feel like you don't have anything left, the three things that I would tell you to do, again, to recap, is don't fake the funk. Just keep it real about where you're at and be okay with it just for a moment. Secondly, don't try because you already know that when we try, nothing happens. In fact, the more that we say, I'm blank, I'm blank, I'm blank, I have nothing, I have nothing, I have nothing. You already know what we're doing. We're manifesting more of that blankness or that nothingness. So let's just let that go and just be good with nothing coming right now. And then the moment that those two things happen, what will happen is something magical. All of a sudden, you'll get a quick hit, and your job is just to not ignore the clue. In other words, don't poo-poo it. Just embrace it and see where you can expand on it. And so I give you this because, my lovies, I understand, I get it. I think I'm pretty fucking brilliant most of the time, but there's also times where I just have nothing. And when I have nothing, I do nothing. Because that, my friends, is how you set yourself up. You kind of reset, realign, you shake things up a bit so that you can shift yourself on up. So I hope you have a beautiful day. If you are someone that has another idea of how you can kind of shake things up to get out of that creative funk, please tweet that to me at Andra. I'd love to hear what your ideas are that I can add to my list. Also, if you're not a Biz Babe, come on now, get yourself there. Biz Babes is one of the hottest empowered entrepreneurs community out there in all of Facebook land. We are global. We've got over 2,200 beautiful, ambitious, bold entrepreneurs who are soaring, and we want you to soar with us. So get yourself on over to andrabolin.com facebook.com/join bizbabes. And I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you. And for those of you that celebrate Christmas, have a Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa this week. And I will see you in the community. Bye.